What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Baby. You know, the one with the East Coast swag on these West Coast streets. And we are here for a special evening introduction for our podcast, Speak Up, Speak Out, Speak Loud. So, what does that mean? Pretty much, we are going to do another introduction, reintroduce ourselves to everybody, let you know what is up, what we're here for, and everything that goes on regarding Olive Tree Queen Productions. Next to us, of course, is our production man, the guy who does the video, the editing, the lighting, the sound. This is Mr. Robinson himself. And the person that we are going to interview this time is no other than myself. I'm always introducing people, I'm always interviewing people, and I thought, why not go ahead and get interviewed myself so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. That's what the whole podcast is about anyway. I want you guys to know this is completely authentic. This is me. How I am is what you get. It's what you see. And I hope you guys continue to just rock with us on the line. So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started now. Mr. Robinson is camera shy, to say the least. So I just wanted you guys to see his lovely face. You are going to see him again because we are going to do a segment on co-parenting, and he is my baby father. Now, he is the father of my child Lois. You guys see her all over my social media pages. And a lot of times there's controversy behind it. Either you guys got to completely hate each other or have some kind of crazy relationship, and they just make co-parenting seem like hard. It's difficult to get to the level that we are at, but we feel like expressing what we've been through, it will be something powerful that people may want to hear, and it may be, useful advice as well, and just hearing our story. And he's going to go ahead and step off camera because he doesn't want to be seen.
I appreciate that.
And it's just going to be me and you guys, but he is going to be asking the questions. Now, I don't know the questions he's going to be asking. I did help with the podcast, but I don't know the questions he's going to be asking. It's just, just an outline that we're doing for an introduction. So what you hear is really just going to be straight from the heart, from the dome. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Don't mind my bottle either because I'm thirsty. But Mr. Robinson, would you like to start the interview?
All right. So I have a couple of questions that I want to ask you. And now this is going to be very business formal, but kind of informal, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine, because I feel like I'm formal and informal.
All right. Very good, very good. What do you think is the reason behind the popularity in media and podcasts currently?
I feel like it's an outlet for people, honestly. Like, especially with what's going on for with the country and the pandemic, there's a lot of isolation that's going on. There's social distancing. So a lot of people are having like an internal battle, and it's hard when you can't express or you can't be around others. So I feel like the popularity with podcasts is not only do you get, that relief of like expressing yourself, but it's the new way of introducing yourself to the world. You used to actually go out and pitch yourself to companies and businesses, as well as networking, making friends, associates, colleagues. But now everything is really via the internet. So with podcasts, it's a lot of ways that entrepreneurs, they get their voice out there. And then with people who are dealing with isolation and in a rougher way, it's a way for them to kind of communicate with the world without, being criticized. Because oftentimes, like with social media, you guys see it, if you put something up there, people can read your post wrong. They can always read like a post incorrect, and they might think something's going on with you. And a lot of the times you just want to vent. So it's a way that you can vent as well.
So, do you believe podcasting gives you a sense of an outlet during this pandemic?
I do. I do because when I first started it, um, I originally started the podcast as an outlet to put myself out there, not only just in a business way, but also personal. Because I feel like in order to accept me in order to trust me with your business, you must trust me as a person as a whole. So for you to know, now I ain't putting all my business out there because it ain't nobody business to know all my business. But in order for you to get to know me and trust me, I feel like you have to know truly who I am. So I definitely use it as an outlet. A lot of the topics that come up, I relate to them 100%, and I always have like relevance to anything that I'm discussing. So it's something that I would want to hear. So yeah, it's definitely an outlet.
Do you believe that podcasting can be a self healing career, and help those that are listening, or do you believe that this podcasting can be just strictly entertainment for most people?
That's a tough question. That's a tough question. Let's see. Um, through my growth, and just what I'm doing now with the podcast, I feel like it depends on the person. It depends on how the person is putting it out there. Because you have some people out there who are doing exactly what the media is already doing. They're putting fabrications in front of you. They're popularizing certain avenues, or they're strictly just focused on media information, and they're not really focusing on like the consumer and the consumer's wants, needs, and values, and how important it is to truly connect to the consumer itself. So if you're doing it with the right intentions and you're doing it correctly, then I mean it can be a force to be reckoned with. But it has to be somebody who's serious. Like, I tell you guys all the time, this is something that I am truly invested in. Listen, my goal is to truly make a platform for others. I want to be a publicist and do promotional marketing as well. I want to make sure that I can use my platform to elevate your platform. The more they see your face, the bigger the checks I make. That's what I want to do. I'm not making checks now, but if anybody wants to, come on in, y'all. We can grow and elevate together. But it's a lot. It's a way that people can also spread negativity, because I've seen people use podcasts just to radio out hatred, or just to radio out what we already see in the media that could be affecting somebody internally that is battling with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who has, body dysmorphia, and they don't think they look good. But yet you're one of those people who just keep pushing and pushing and pushing the imagery in their face, and it's not helping them. Whereas there is someone who is actually taking this serious and actually listening to the consumer and listening to the viewers. And I have an interview with like an artist, Michael George Ross, and we talked about body imagery and body dysmorphia, and how there are celebrities out there, but there's also community and generational influencers that's telling you to just accept who you are. So it's a double-edged sword. It can be toxic, or you can use it for good. It really depends on the person itself. And I hope y'all see that I take this craft very seriously. Oh my gosh, this is getting deep.
So, now, like I asked you about the self healing, are there topics that should be avoided during, doing podcast or broadcasting, for certain viewers that are squeamish to certain things that are being put out by the media?
I don't think, to say that you provide information, there cannot be a restriction. However, I do think there should be a proper procedure that is taken with every action. Um, if it is a topic, for instance, that has to do with like your way of life or religion and all that, you have to be able to understand that everybody's opinion is not going to be your opinion. How they look at things is not how you may look at it. So you have to be able to understand how to approach a topic in order to truly be able to express it in a way that it can be interpreted based upon what that viewer is looking at, not interpreted how you want them to look at it. That's what a proper commentary would do and podcast would do. You have to understand that how they take it is important, not how you give it.
So, you don't think that would take away from the authenticity of the podcast?
No, because I feel like, I don't think so. Because I feel like you're being yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, but that just depends on your respect value as well. Like, if I put a topic out there, I'm gonna say it in a way that I'm mindful that, hey, I'm putting this out there for others to view, but it's still gonna be in my own words and my own beliefs, my own opinion. But I have to understand that it's an opinion that I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fact that I'm showing you guys. It's an opinion. So you take it how you want. And I also have to go into each podcast understanding that some may like it and some may not. Some may watch it and some won't. But that's okay. It's not going to stop me from doing it. It's not going to stop people from watching it. It just may not be something that you per se want to look at, But those who do watch, share. Share it. If you think it's something that's of value, please share
it. So this brings me to my next topic. Do you think that a podcast should be specific to one topic or be diverse in what the podcast is talking about, or relaying the information that the podcast is talking about?
This one,
I think it's a very good question.
It is, because I think you should be diverse, but you should be, alright. You gotta accept shit for what it is. Listen, if I had it my way, I would literally only cover certain aspects. However, I'm not blind to the fact that media loves celebrity gossip. You know what I'm saying? They may want to hear what's going on media pages, see images. There's this whole podcast that all they do is show Karen videos. And the reason why I put it in quotes is because there's the whole there's people out there that'll be like, where did that start from? Where did the Karen thing start from? And a lot of people think it just started from a stupid meme, but there's actually a complete story behind the Karen aspect and what Karens are defined as. There's and some people would say there's a community or a culture that is hurt behind the mockery of the Karen, because they have to deal with Karens all their life. I'm going to pass the question. I'm going off the question. But back to the question itself. I think in order to truly thrive, you must be diverse. You have to understand that you must cover each topic, but and the way to keep it authentic is to cover it how you would like to cover it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to cut and paste from the shade room and make your own shade room. You don't have to just cover what's going on in the media. If you want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, your local nonprofits, or you want up and coming artists, or you know just generational influencers, you know what I'm saying, all together, people who are graduating and becoming, you know what I'm saying, therapists, psychologists, so they can help, you know what I'm saying, the mental illness percentage and the black, brown, and immigrant community. If you want to shout them out, you can shout them out. But you have to understand, going into a business where your business relies on how others view it, you have to be able to be diverse.
So you're saying that we shouldn't focus on a specific background. We should be diverse in everything that we do.
I think you should be diverse in everything you do, but you can relate it to whatever your preference is. Like, for instance, Speak Up, Speak Out, Speak Loud podcast is, and Check It and Makeup as well. Pretty much Olive Tree Queen Productions as a whole. Our goal is to highlight those who are influentials, entrepreneurs, go-getters, CEOs of their life. But not only that, it is to be very informative and provide ample information that some people in the black, brown, and immigrant community may not get, you know, because it's not a sign of ignorance. And then also with the pandemic, not even just those communities, but the nation as a whole has tend to like tune down the news, you know? And there's a lot of information out there that you're not viewing. And then also, it has been known that stories will be fabricated or interpreted in their own way towards black, brown, and immigrant communities, that how they want you to take it. So it's important for you to be able to express that. But if you want to, like our production, if we focus mostly on our community, because I think it's important to shine a light and be a beam for my community itself. Platform out for them. What is wrong with putting a platform out for yourself in your own community? I find nothing wrong with that.
So, do you feel that...
I feel like the president. Next question.
So, do you feel like social culture or the environment that we grow up in makes a major impact on the development of our characteristics?
Absolutely. 120%. Absolutely. I stated this in the Speak Up, Speak Out, Speak Loud podcast coverage with Michael George Ross and Bailey Clinton, when we talked about welfare corruption, and we also talked about the destruction of the urban household. Yes.
So my next question is, do you believe that as human beings that we can rise up and break away from the characteristics that we develop as we grow up?
If we choose to. I feel like it's a comfort thing. I really honestly do. I feel like it's a comfort thing, you know. A lot of people are accustomed to a certain way of life and they refuse to change it. And it's sad that it passes on to generation. But one thing that I have noticed with our generation and generation right after us is we're starting to form our own way, you know. We're truly starting to break through. Like, for instance, anytime there was an injustice protest, you know, they were there. There were people, you know, between the ages of 16 and 28 that were there. That's something that you may have never seen in history, except for when they had freedom riders, you know. A lot of the times, earlier generations that have been through stuff and witnessed stuff, they try to hide it from you, you know. There's a whole saying that I went through this so you don't have to, you know. We don't mind fighting that fight, you know. They said it on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he went back to Philly and he was helping them clean up the streets and all that. And there was a protester. She used to be a freedom writer. And she said, "We fought in the streets so you can fight in the boardroom." There is a static now where there are people who fight in the streets and there are people who fight in the boardroom. And there's people already on top that just need to be heard a little bit more, you know. But what anchors us is that no matter how high we get, we don't mind making a mockery of ourselves for a quick like. And I feel like that's the negative part of social media. And that's something that we definitely need to correct. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like being the butt of any joke. And I feel like that's something that's made me very strong. I don't like being the butt of any joke. And I'm proud to say that I grew up in a pro-black, black love family. And I was taught not only my self-worth as a woman when it comes to a relationship. Now, I'm not saying I haven't been in some bad relationships because every woman has been in a bad relationship. But it helped me heal better, you know. And then when I was able to find my voice, and when I was ready to wear my crown and be the proud woman that I am, I was glad that I had those footsteps and those milestones that taught me how to walk this way of life. You just gotta work it.
So, do you think that music?
I'm gonna say my nose.
So, do you think like music, video games, like?
That's a lot of talking. Is how y'all feel when I interview y'all? I'm nervous with every question. Whew, okay, what is it? Music videos. Do I feel like music videos what?
No, not music videos, like music, video games, television. Do you believe that those are who we are as a person, or is it like a gimmick that we place upon ourselves to make ourselves look or feel better?
I think it's a gimmick, and I think the reason why I think it's a gimmick is because I think it's an easy scapegoat to say this is the reason why this happened. You know, it's an easy blame instead of truly blaming it on ourselves and saying we fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Reason why this is happening. You know what I'm saying? Is because of me, because I allowed it. Because a game can't walk into your house and set itself up. You know, TV can't turn itself. Not yet. Technology, you never know. TV can't turn itself on and turn on, you know, channels and all that. We have to blame ourselves for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got to. You know, I can't blame Nelly for me staying up late to turn the TV on to watch BET After Dark to figure out what tip drill was. Like, I can't blame him. Blame myself. So I think the only reason why it would be considered a gimmick is because it's an easy scapegoat. It's something that we can put the blame on instead of ourselves. It gives us that way we can sleep easy at night. That was a good question.
So, through observation of social changes, what would you consider a loss or a negative factor we accept as part of who we are?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. All right, look.
What was the question?
All right.
Hold on, read it one more time.
Through observation of social changes, what would you consider a loss or negative factor we accept as part of who we are?
In layman's terms, it would be called shade. In academic terms, it would be called bullying, cyberbullying. I don't even know that that'd be academic terms, but in terms that everybody will understand, tarnishing each other's character. That was a good way to put it. That's something that we allow. We allow that to be a part of our character. For some reason, we feel like you're a better person or you above this person if you can throw more shade. AKA, if you can hurt this bitch feelings more than excuse my language. I haven't been drinking. I really been drinking water, but like I told y'all in a couple videos, I'm from the street, so sometimes it come out. But pretty much what we're saying is, if I can hurt your feelings more, then that makes me a better person. And I don't think that's the kind of trophy that we should be handing out. You know what I'm saying? All's fair in love and war and games and ha ha ha. But you know, I've witnessed and I admit it, I done threw some shade myself. But there has been times where I done went back and been like, you know what, that was a bit too far. And oftentimes we do that, however, we don't speak up. And we'll like belittle someone, you know? And it's not even just celebrities. Because to be honest, when you do it to a celebrity, although you shouldn't do it to anybody, and yeah, it can hurt their feelings, you know, people do that for attention. You know what I'm saying? Last week, Megan Thee Stallion tweeted a lot because people were hurt. Last year she got shot by Tory Lanez, allegedly. And then the case got threw out, and everybody was Team Megan, and they were Team Tory, and then it got thrown out. Now they Team Tory again, and they hating on Megan. And this girl is really going through a depression. You know what I'm saying? She don't know who to trust. You gotta understand what more money, more problems is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Your circle gets smaller, and even if you don't, have money, as you grow up and you develop and you define yourself, a lot of people envy that. Even if you ain't got $1 to your name, people will envy if you find your true happiness and your true peace. So that's something that I wish it would just it's just unnecessary. I feel like it's really unnecessary. You don't know what this person going through, and what's shocking is so many people have actually taken their own life because of this, and it's still something that we praise. There's so many times I go on Instagram, people say, I'm just here for the comments. You just here, so that means you're literally just here to see people bash people. You don't even want to read the article. You don't know what's going on. You don't even care why this person may be doing what they doing or looking how they looking. You just here to see everybody else talk mess about that person. That's not cool. That's something we need to. It's never gonna go away, but I mean, be considerate. Can we have a consideration day, where we just all stop being hate and mad on the internet? That's something I think we need to stop. That's something definitely.
I can agree with you there.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of social media.
Yeah, it make you want to get off of it because people just so negative. And it's just an easy way to get to them also. A lot of people turn to social media because they really feel like they have no one. There's so many times that I can be in the house with you or with Lois or even family or friends. I could be at a party and feel alone. And I'll be like, let's take a shot in the dark. And I'll just put something online just to see if there's somebody out there that's going to be like, hey, are you okay? That's why this is so important to me, checking in makeups, because you need to check in on people. There's a lot of times people do not speak up and they don't say what's going on. The Speak Up, Speak Out, Speak Loud podcast, this is truly a platform for us. This is a platform to showcase what we have, to showcase our strength, to remind us of our strength and our empowerment. And then also to provide you with a lot of knowledge. I'm always humble and grateful when we have people on the podcast, because it allows me to follow my passion, do a little, little publishing work, That's ultimately what I want to do, and help you build your brand, help you shine. I don't know. Maybe my old spirit is a proud mama, and I just want to be the one to cry like, oh, that's my baby. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like we need that. I feel like it's important because we have lost the concept of it takes a village, and we need to be there. We need to elevate each other. You know what I'm saying? There comes a time where you question, am I worthy, or is this worth it? And to me, when you follow your dream and your passions, you should never question it. You should never worry about it. I mean, you can, because it's human nature. But it's your dream. You hate your job, you love your career. Fight for your career. Just, tolerate the job. That's how that's supposed to go. But don't put each other down. And I've seen that so much. And then also, there's so much, like, tuned in. The reason why I chose media is because we're too tuned in. Like, I could tell somebody something, they be like, let me check Google. I was like, what? Like, I used to read a newspaper. I don't read it now because I just can't find anywhere to pick up the newspaper where I live right now. But I used to read it all the time. People be like, you read the newspaper, girl? Still? Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with picking up a newspaper. There's nothing wrong with picking up a newspaper, people. So that's what this is all about, man. We're just here, just being real, just being relevant. If you sit at home by yourself, I'm in the room with you. I'm your family. What's up? Hey, big head. What's up, punk? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about something. These are topics that people need to talk about. And then also, you never know who around the corner. You got photographers, you got dancers, you got artists, you got writers, you got videographers, you know what I'm saying? You got gamers. Get to know what's in your community itself and elevate and grow. Like I say all the time, big business is always going to bail itself out. Everybody who has been seeing my last couple of videos, I went ahead and went back to a video I made last year because people who file taxes, they're already noticing that it's a drastic different amount than they're used to. And the reason behind it is because it was written in the bill that this is an advancement of your tax return that you were already going to receive. That was that pandemic relief, that $1,200. That was something that you were already going to receive. They just gave it to you earlier. That's something that I already told people. And I'm not saying that you're ignorant for not knowing it. I'm saying that you may just not have either the tools to find this information, or you just tune out. And that's okay. As a human, sometimes you just want to tune out to the information. Sometimes you might read something and not understand it. I'm that neighbor that's just going to break it down to you because I don't know no big words. I don't have no speciality to this. This is just really me looking at you, telling you, boo, that I'm here for you. That's it? Is that the questions? We done?
That was the last one.
Oh, we made it through, y'all. All right. Well, this was exciting. It definitely showed me what it's like to be on the other end of the questions. And as y'all can see, I am a fidgeter. But I hope you guys got to see a little bit more of my personality. Definitely thought this was very important for you guys to know who you're dealing with. You got to meet Mr. Robinson. Of course, you're going to see him again because we're going to go over our co-parenting for everyone, because that's something that we've had a lot of people request that. Like, people who know our life, they're like, why don't you guys tell that part of your life too? Why don't you, you know what I'm saying, have Lois on the line, because she is hilarious. So, she's going to be up here too. But I felt like it was important for me to reintroduce myself to you guys, let you guys know exactly what's going on, what's coming up, what we have what we have like in our chamber, and the reason why we thrive so hard. Listen, I'll let you guys know this. We take this extremely serious, okay? We have invested a lot of money, and we're going to keep investing money into this. And this is truly something that we are building careers from. Like, this is our career. This is Olive Tree Queen Productions. We are going to get a new background because we are blending in with with it a lot. But to me, I couldn't be successful without letting you guys know who I am. I couldn't be successful without being myself. And for everyone who has been following, everybody who's been spreading the word, sharing, following, subscribing, thank you guys so much. Please continue, because I want this to grow. Like, I want this to elevate. I want us to have this platform, but not only this platform, radio platforms, other streaming sites, platforms. I almost fell, y'all. Other streaming platforms. We want to be everywhere. We want to talk to everyone. We want to make sure that you guys, know that there is someone in your corner, and that's who we're here for. Not only that, but to network within ourselves, to build into capitalization of our communities itself. So I hope you guys got to see a little bit. We do have a lot coming up. So we have our check-in and makeup. We have our check-in and makeup that is going to be tomorrow. Now, that check-in and makeup is going to be pretty much a shout out to an entrepreneur. Her name is Stephanie Braggs Felton. She makes custom t-shirt designs. She is based out of North Carolina. She has so many skills. She does women, men, if you want, the couples, king and queen. If you have a baby, she does baby outfits. Really, really amazing work. Variety of colors. She's very friendly. She works with you. We have that coming up. Not only do we have that coming up, but our next podcast, Speak Up, Speak Out, Speak Loud, next Sunday is going to be Truth or Drink. That is going to be something so exciting. Make sure you keep a lookout on my social media pages. It's going to give you detail, and it may have people tagged in it that is going to be on it, but it's going to be like a Hollywood square, like boop, boop, boop. We're all going to be on it, and we're just going to be asking each other questions that you guys, the viewers, go ahead and submit into us, and either we're going to answer them honestly, or we are going to take a drink. So, I don't, saying I'm not a BSer. So, I think I'm going to be very intoxicated. But, it should be fun, people. So, be on the lookout for that. We are going to also have our What's in the Media Wednesday. That's just going to be some celebrity gossip, let you guys know what's going on in the media, and if there are any media trends. There is a media trend that I do want to warn you guys about. You guys know TikTok is very popular. A little girl has died from a TikTok challenge where you choke yourself with a belt till you're blue in the face. Well, she choked herself too long. She was in the UK and she died. Listen, these kind of challenges are not worth it. Please make sure that you check on your kids, you monitor what they're doing, and, just keep an eye out, because there's a lot that's been going on from the Tide Pods. People have been doing that. There's YouTubers that are dying because of challenges. And, social media is not worth it that much. It's really not worth it that much. If we need to get back to, just sending pigeons to say, hey girl, what's up? We going out tonight? Then that's what we need to go back to. Because I don't want to lose I not even going to put it in the air. But I don't wish that on nobody, to lose your child or a loved one. It's not okay. So I definitely just want you guys to just keep an eye on it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It was so great seeing you guys. Hope to see you on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. As always, continue to share, follow, subscribe. Keep it real, and we'll see you on the next line, people. Bye-bye.